Hey friends, Ashton here again with Gents. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Black Friday haul. A little while back on Black Friday, I believe, I made a video kind of going over a couple of the discounts that some online retailers were running, and those were codes that I was actually using, so I just wanted to share them with you guys. I figured that there would be some discounts coming up on Black Friday, so I put some money back from my splits and sales and things like that. That way I could put it toward whatever good deals I could find on Black Friday / Cyber Monday. So this is expensive, there's a lot of stuff, but that's kind of how I went about it. So let's go ahead and jump in. I won't take too much time explaining everything because there's a little bit to get through. First off, just this little 15 ml bottle of Polo Crest, which is a discontinued Ralph Lauren fragrance. Actually, a lot of people say this is one of the best fragrances released by Ralph Lauren. I don't have a full-size bottle. I wanted to get something to where I could at least smell it and see if it's something that I was into. And they had these, and it wasn't very expensive, maybe, I don't remember, $12, $13, something like that. So I went ahead and picked it up. It's a splash and that kind of sucks. But this will give me a good idea on if I like the fragrance or not. And then if I want to, I can try to hunt down a full-size bottle. This is 212 Men Ice by Carolina Herrera. I picked this up on the cheap. It was $20 or so after discount, so that was a really good price. I went ahead and splurged. I've never smelled it before. I think it may be discontinued. If it isn't, it's a little more on the hard side to find. It's still not something that's crazy rare, but I was interested by it, so I went ahead and picked it up. Fendi Aqua, another tester that I picked up. A lot of times I will go with the testers if there's a marked difference between the price. If they're pretty close, if they're within like $5, I'll just go for full presentation, but unless it's a really nice presentation, I don't really care that much. This is another Aqua scent, obviously. Those get bagged on a lot, but Fendi kind of interests me. Their bottle design is unique. I had Assoluto, but I swapped that maybe like a year ago, but I wanted to go ahead and pick this one up because it was inexpensive, and I figured why not. I'll test it out and see if it's anything special. If it's not, I'll go ahead and split it out. Versace L'Homme. So this is the old school Versace here. You see this at TJ Maxx and Ross's fairly often as well. It does have an old school classic masculine vibe to it, so I may end up popping this into one of my 80s videos or something. But this was like $15 or something like that, so at that price I had to jump on it. Frank Olivier Sunrise Vetiver. I did a video on this one. I showed you guys that it was like $3.50 something cents, somewhere around there, $3.50, $3.70. At that price, I had to add it. I mean, it's a win-win at that price. You really can't go wrong. Anonymous by Thallium. So this was super cheap. I went ahead and picked it up. There are 2 reviews on Base Notes, and I don't even think this is on Fragrantica right now. The 2 reviews on Base Notes are both negative, and they are 500% incorrect about how this smells. It's not mind-blowing, but the comparisons that they use are so completely incorrect, it kind of blows my mind. I don't know how that happens, but whatever. If you look up the note breakdown of this, it should strike you pretty quickly what this smells like, and it's pretty close. So I'll probably do a really quick review on this one in the future. Like I said, nothing mind-blowing, but for the price, it's okay. Starting to get into the somewhat more expensive side of things, Invictus Aqua. I actually didn't own a full bottle of this. I figured why not, since there was a big sale going on. This is actually a tester. I went with the tester again. So it says Aqua across the front, which gives it, you know, a semi-cheesy look. You might even think that's fake if you just compared it to what would come boxed, because the ones that come new in box don't have the little Aqua across the front. But other than that, it's fine. I don't care about the box anyway. Escada Sentiment. So this was available for under $40 after the discount. And men's Escada fragrances are getting really hard to find. I already had a 100 ml bottle, but I figured why not buy a backup because these are going to be harder and harder to find. I think this is probably the easiest men's Escada to find at this point. Pour Homme, Casual Friday, Magnetism, all of those are more expensive than Sentiment. But I like the fragrance, and I figured I might as well go ahead and scoop one up while I have the chance. The new Dior Fahrenheit cologne. So I have most of the Fahrenheits other than like Fahrenheit Summer and Fahrenheit 0 degree. This one has just started to become available at online discounters, so I went ahead and scooped it up at a good price because I was going to buy it sooner or later anyway, and I guess I'll go ahead and review that one at some point after I've given it enough wearings. Bond number 9 Brooklyn and New York Musk. These are both testers, obviously. They were like 62, 63 bucks after discount, so at that price I went ahead and jumped on it. A lot of people don't like Bond because their fragrances can come across synthetic, but I have a pretty extensive Bond collection and didn't have these, so I went ahead and jumped on it. It doesn't bother me so much that they don't have the cap. The company itself is a little, they have some bad press. If you Google that, you'll see what I mean. But I have so many and didn't have these, so I had to get them to go ahead and add into the collection. Maison Princess Kirkjan, Aqua Vitae, and Aqua Vitae Forte. The large 200 ml bottle is obviously great for splitting and recouping a lot of your cost. This one, I believe, was $115 before discount, and the discount was 22%. And then Aqua Vitae was, I think, in the 140 or 160 range. So really, I could split both of these out and make the cost of the bottle back and have a lot left over and have them both be free, and that's kind of the plan. I have Aqua Universalis, and I actually have an Aqua Vitae bottle that's the 70 ml, but I went ahead and picked up the 200. That way I could kind of split it out, cover my cost, and have even more left and put it towards something else. They're both summer/spring fragrances. Most people seem to like Aqua Vitae Forte more. The problem with Aqua Vitae and Aqua Universalis is they don't have great longevity, but you would expect that with a lot of, citrusy, light, summer type fragrances. Lastly, Xerjoff Mephisto. This is in the same vein as Bond number 9, Hamptons, and Creed Silver Mountain Water. They're not the exact same, but you'll pick out similarities right away. If you like either of those two, then you should like this one. At some point in the future, I'm sure I'll end up doing a review on that one as I get to wear it more. One last thing, there were actually 4 more bottles that I bought, but they canceled those and didn't tell me, and they shipped out the order that those were supposed to be with. It was just short 4 bottles, and they never informed me at all. I actually tried to call them the day after, and their phone just kept ringing, and then it would disconnect. I couldn't get through to voicemail or a person. I tried for 2 days. That was Scented Monkey that did that. They refunded me a couple days later, but I still didn't actually get a hold of anybody on the phone. And when I emailed them, it took them a couple days, and they responded they were out of stock, so that they canceled those from the order. Overall, that's really bad customer service, but what are you gonna do? FragranceNet cancels stuff every so often as well because of being out of stock, even though it shows in stock. But they usually send you an email to at least let you know. There was Very Valentino, Eau de Cade, and another Maison Princess Kirkjan, and I forget what the 4th thing was, but yeah, that was kind of a letdown. Everything I ordered from Perfume Worldwide I got, and I know that they and Scented Monkey are the same company, I think, but that was still a letdown. Alright guys, thanks for hanging in there. Let me know what you got during Black Friday, if you were able to score any good deals, or any good deals that you've been able to pick up here over the last couple of months or so. As always, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.